Hey everybody, this is Mike here. In this video, I'm going to go over a regular dude's approach to the tactical games. So quick agenda for you all. I'm going to go over who I am, and I'm definitely going to talk about who I am not, who this video is for, why bother listening to this, and then I'm going to talk about this. Alright, so who I am. I am a regular guy with a relatively demanding job. I have a 2-year-old, I have a 7-month-old and a wife, and I have a busy week every week. My days are full. I go to bed very tired at night, but I just like to work out. I like to try new things. I love to challenge myself. I have some basic firearms experience from the Marine Corps, but I am definitely not a super secret Ranger SEAL Green Beret sniper. I just learned the basics in the Marine Corps, basic safety and things like that. Who I am not. This is especially important. I am not Superman. I am not a Navy SEAL. I'm not, an elite CrossFitter. I'm not an elite strongman. I was never a tier anything. I'm not a competitive shooter. I found the tactical games after many years being out of the Marine Corps and living a pretty regular life. And so I really want to share my perspective with and connect with other people who probably kind of have that spark, that interest in something like the tactical games, but don't quite know how to get there yet. So that's a little background on me. Who this is for. This is for people with regular families. You have jobs, you have responsibilities, people who like to work out and try new things and master new skills. Those last two, try new things and master new skills, if you are stimulated, if you're energized by both of those, then this is definitely for you. If you are already an elite CrossFit athlete, if you're already a competitive shooter, if you were spent a decade in a tier 1 unit, I will definitely have nothing to teach you. So this is really for regular folks like me. Why listen to this? Well, you might learn something. So I'm sure there's, whether you're like an obstacle course racer or, a 5-day-a-week CrossFitter, or you're wanting to get back into shape and you have no idea, but you see the tactical games online on Instagram, you think it looks cool, you're not quite sure what to think about it, this might take you from where you are to the starting line. You might learn something that helps you kind of get over that hurdle. So that's a good reason to listen to this. And this. What is the tactical games? Well, the tactical games is a year-long competition, a series of events that culminate in the national championships in November. Each regular event is 2 days long, roughly 3 events each day. It is a combination of high-intensity functional movements with rifle and pistol marksmanship in basically every workout. It is not quite CrossFit. It's not quite strongman. It's not quite obstacle racing, but you can expect to see elements of all those things in most any event. What I will say is that it's challenging in a brand new way. It's very high intensity and it's a lot of fun. And especially if you're new to it, that's the part I would emphasize. The second thing I want to mention to you curious folks on the outside looking in, Operator Insta. That's just kind of my cheeky way of saying, mentioning, all the high-speed, cool, tactical-looking folks on Instagram and social media. When you see those folks, yes, they look cool. But there's absolutely no reason to be intimidated. They're very nice people, and you don't have to wear all that gear at every tactical games. In fact, there's a lot of cases where wearing all that gear might be a detriment to your performance. I see the tactical games as a sport, and as such, you just show up with the equipment you need to do the best you can. If that means you're wearing Lululemons, or if that means you're wearing some fancy operator pants, I just say you do you and have a good time. But don't let that sort of misconception deter you from trying the tactical games if you're interested. All right, and next, how do regular people train? That is me. I compete in the elite division at the tactical games, which is definitely pretty challenging. But with my job and all my other responsibilities, I just go to CrossFit. I am a member over at CrossFit Liberty Hill, which is a fantastic gym in the Liberty Hill area. And I try to make it there 4 to 5 days a week. Sometimes I work late and I can't make it, but that's really all I do. When I'm there, I'm doing the class WOD, and I am giving it everything I can to get the squeeze as much juice out of that rock as possible. Maybe a couple times a month, just to practice tactical games specific movements, I will bust out some heavy sandbags, some farmer's carries, things like that, but we'll get to more details on that later. And then for marksmanship training, which is something I'm pretty new to, once or twice a month I will go to the range and practice shooting a couple hundred rounds, pistol, occasionally rifle, but as far as training goes, the marksmanship side is where I am definitely a novice. And I'm still developing and learning how to go to the range and train properly, just like we structure a good programmed workout or a cycle of training. I think this same frameworks need to be applied to marksmanship training. Plunking is fun, but if you are training for a specific test, like the tactical games, it should have structure, and I am very new at that and still figuring it out as I go. But yeah, that's basically it. Some weekends I'm too busy and I can't get out to the range. Some days I work late or something else is going on and I don't have time to work out. But I do as much as I can, and I'm still able to at least sort of keep up in the elite division. If you need to get back in shape, this is an excellent reason to get back in shape. Go check out the Tactical Games training app. Join a local CrossFit gym. Do anything that's just sort of generally functional and fitness, where you're working on at least some cardio and your strength, and you'll be able to jump in okay. If you want to go elite, like I said, more details on that later, but it is definitely challenging. So what's the minimum to participate? And here I am referring to gear. Well, you can take a bunch of gear or you can take less than that. But the minimum, and make sure to go to the Tactical Games website and read the rules. They are very well written. It's all laid out for you there. But basically, you just need a rifle, 5.56 or 223. You need a pistol, chambered in 9mm, or I think 40, but check the website again to make sure. For the pistol, magazines have to have a minimum capacity, I think, of 15, and you need at least 5 magazines of each for pistol and rifle. And you need a plate carrier with plates that must weigh slick with no magazines, I think a minimum of 15 pounds. But other than that, you can show up to the starting line appearing however you wish to appear. And there's certainly some variety out there, but those are the minimum to participate. You don't need you don't need a $4,000 pistol. You don't need carbon fiber everything. If you want to try it out, I highly recommend just picking up like a 9mm Glock, an over the count regular AR, and just going for it. And then you can see choose for yourself if you want to put more money into it or not. Is it safe? So in my opinion, yes. I think it is very safe. I totally get the outsider perspective, especially if you're not accustomed to being around firearms. You might see a bunch of pictures online. Oh my gosh, the They're running around with their rifle slung. They're covered in dirt and they're sweaty, and they're shooting, and it definitely looks intimidating if you're not familiar with that situation. But it is very safe. There are very explicit, very highly enforced safety rules, which you can also check out at the Tactical Games webpage. But essentially, there is a shooter's box on the firing line, and you will not load or do anything to your weapon unless you're standing inside that shooter's box. If you break these safety rules that get laid out to you at the safety briefs, which happen at the event, so everyone's on the same page, you will become a spectator immediately. So it's very safe. It looks, extreme, quote unquote, but the procedures are good. I'm very comfortable competing in a Tactical Games event. Well, looking forward, there are a ton of topics that I am still trying to figure out myself, and I want to share information on. I think will be extremely valuable to regular folks out there who are interested in trying the Tactical Games, or you've tried a few and you're kind of like, all right, now it's time to dial things in. I'm going to go over specific movements, movement breakdowns, including technique, weight ranges, like how much does stuff weigh and what is it and how far do you carry it or drag it or throw it or whatever it is. Marksmanship requirements. Am I shooting a rifle at 500 yards at a 2-foot steel plate, or am I shooting at an IPSC at 20 yards? There's a lot of variation there, so I hope to share a little bit of what you can expect with that. Marksmanship practice. Just as any good workout program is structured and designed very intentionally to prepare you for a particular task, I really think the same should apply to your practice with shooting. And this is probably the thing I'm most novice in, I'm brand new to, is going to the range and actually sort of designing a workout. I have definitely never done that before. I'm learning about it now, and there's other guys at the Tactical Games who can tell you all about it. But just as like a novice getting into it, I'd like to have more conversation about that and share as much information as I can find. And what on earth to eat, especially during the Tactical Games. It will put a very unique sort of stress on your body, wearing all the gear. Maybe it's hot, maybe you've already done 2 workouts and you're going to your third event of the day. What the heck do you put in your body to stay strong? And what the hell does it feel like? For me, the Tactical Games was definitely a new feeling. It was just a different kind of stimulus. I had done a couple like local little CrossFit competitions. I've done triathlons. I've run marathons. But the Tactical Games was a new feeling, and I'd love to just get into that and share. All right, guys, and this list of topics definitely isn't comprehensive. Let me know what you think. If you've got other questions, if there's something that you've been wondering about I didn't mention here, definitely let me know. I'll take all that into consideration. If there's veterans out there who have done a bunch of Tactical Games and I'm asking some questions that you asked and you've already answered, definitely send them my way. I just want to get a knowledge exchange going, with sort of no judgment, no ego atmosphere, so that we can all just get better, become better athletes and better people. But thanks for listening. If this was helpful at all, definitely let me know. Again, you can comment on the IG at Mr. Avang, or head on over to the YouTube channel at Skyview. Thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one.